Hey everybody, I'm Mama Baird and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going through what I received at my local food bank this week. Our food bank provides a weekly shop trip where you get to go in and pick and choose what you would like to use for your family. If you're new here, my name's Carolina and I live in Montana. I do a lot of pantry cooking, budget shopping, and product reviews on my channel. If that's the kind of content you're into, I hope you'd consider subscribing. I'd love to have you come join my YouTube family. I also have a Facebook group, Mama Baird's Homestead. Please come and join me over there. I'd love to have you. All right, guys, so let's get in here and let me show you what I received from my local food bank. I'm gonna talk about my produce first because it's the thing I'm most excited about. We got a giant watermelon. It's so exciting. I'm gonna be able to cut this up and serve it for the kids. I don't see anything wrong with it. It has a bit of a soft spot right here, I guess. Yeah, right there's a soft spot. But I also have chickens, so the leftover soft spot can go to my chickens. And then we got 6 apples, 2 for each kid. We got some beautiful Roma tomatoes, 2 oranges, some rainbow Swiss chard. Right now is farmers market season, and anytime farmers at the farmers market can't sell all of their produce, they will donate it to the food bank as well. So people who can't afford it can still get fresh grown produce. Now this is a purple kohlrabi. I really like them. They're good. You can slice them or shred them raw and have them in like a coleslaw. I also like pickled coleslaw and I will add it to that as well. Or you could saute it just like you would zucchini. So I'm excited to get in there and try that kohlrabi. Now one of the reasons I'm excited about all this fresh produce is Mark sent me this knife block to review. It comes with some kitchen shears, which are perfect for cutting bacon. Like if I want pieces of bacon, but I don't want to sit there and chop it, I always like to use kitchen shears for it. And then it has 2 paring knives. I love paring knives. They're very good for slicing up smaller items with things you have in your hand. You can peel potatoes with it, or here I am just cutting up some strawberries. It's a lot easier for me to be able to do this in my hands, and having a small knife really helps that. Then including the 2 utility knives, or the paring knife and a utility knife, it has a 7-inch Sinaco knife, an 8-inch slicing knife, 8-inch bread knife, and an 8-inch chef knife. This is a great variety of knives for any job that you need done. I also really like that it has a built-in sharpener, so it's easy to sharpen your knives. And another great thing is that they are dishwasher safe. And then all of these are some fantastic steak knives. I've already used these in cutting some steak and pork, or you can use this as a small serrated knife for any type of bread you need to cut. I love this knife kit. I think it's a really great deal, and I think you guys are going to like it as well. So make sure you stay tuned because we are going to be slicing up this watermelon and this purple kohlrabi, and we'll see what it looks like on the inside. All right, so after that, they also had an extra section, and they had some berries and mango here. I'm probably going to think about turning this into a smoothie because we also got some lemon yogurt, which my kids really like lemon yogurt. So I got 3, 1 for each of them. But I might use one of these to turn it into a smoothie. We'll see. Or maybe I can just cut these up and add it to it and make like a little parfait to kind of stretch out the yogurt. We'll see. And then we also got a bag of dog food. And then for the breads, they had some cinnamon raisin bread. These are English muffins. Always remind me of my dad. Whenever we would go to Waffle House, he would always get the cinnamon raisin bread. So that just reminds me of him. And then I got a loaf of Sara Lee sandwich bread. And then they had these like sandwich roll, big roll loaves, which, you know, I think I've been craving like a Jimmy John's cold sandwich. But they're just so expensive. And I just recently bought some cooked lunch meat. Let me show you. So I got a giant turkey. Like it even says my name on it. I'm a turkey. I'm a turkey, turkey, turkey. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I got this at the chef store. They sell lunch meat. They sell whole cooked meat this size. And this one was on sale for $2.99 a pound. I mean, you had to buy a whole turkey, but this was a 10-pound turkey. So I got this whole thing for $30, and I'm going to be able to slice and make my own sandwiches. And combining that with the free bread I got from the food bank, that's going to be a lot cheaper than going to Jimmy John's and ordering a $12 small little sub sandwich, you know. So that's one of the ways that I like to save money as well, is by buying our lunch meat in bulk, and then I'll slice this and then I'll vacuum seal it. All right, anyway, so that's what I was thinking about the bread. I'm kind of sporadic today. And then in the frozen goods, I got 1 thing of meat, and that is a little over a pound of ground chicken. I like ground chicken or ground turkey. It's just a lean cut of meat. So it's something where you got to add fat, you got to cook it in oil, bacon grease, anything like that to help kind of add some juiciness to it. But it's great to substitute in any kind of meal, including like tacos. You can use ground chicken in replace of beef, and that kind of helps cut down on the calories. So I got some ground chicken, and then for the pantry goods, they had some beef broth. So I got 2 cans of beef broth. I do need to make my own, so that's going to be happening soon because I'm out, so I do need more. I got a can of diced tomatoes. They had a big bag of tricolor popcorn. So it's red, blue, and yellow pop kernels. So this would be fun. The kids really love popcorn. And a couple of packages ago, Karen sent us this cheesy caramel corn popcorn seasoning, and the kids just love it. You smell it. Oh, it's pretty good, huh? So it's like caramel and cheese. Interesting, but the kids absolutely love it. So we'll have to make it and put some of the seasoning on there. And for the final item, I received a bag of, it's coffee. Coffee. Oh yeah. Oh, it's coffee. It smells so good. I'm gonna put some of this in the pot right now. So this is probably about, a pound. What are these, 1 pound bags? So a pound of coffee, fresh ground coffee too, which is awesome. Always excited to get coffee because who doesn't love more caffeine? Well guys, that's what I received on my haul this week, but don't go anywhere. I'm going to be coming up with something to cook for dinner, and we're going to get in here and slice up this watermelon. We might make some parfaits for the kids. They are out right now. They're out swimming with a friend, but when they get back, they're probably going to be hungry. So it'd be nice to have some fruit cut up for them to eat while I make dinner. So let me get some of this. Oh, did I tell you about milk? I also got a gallon of 1% milk, 2.5 gallons. So let me get some of these cold items put up, and then we'll get to testing out those knives. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut up and work on this fruit smoothie first. Let's see, I got a bread one, my veggie one's sturdy, so let's just use the bread. Oh, OCD, you gotta move the one over here. I like this cutting board because it's pretty easy to just snap in place. There we go. All right, so we're gonna cut up some of this fruit, and I decided I'm gonna make these into parfaits. So that's kind of my plan. We got mango here, strawberries, and berries. We'll need the long spoons for this one. I guess I could have used a smaller mason jar, but that's okay. No worries. My kids are pretty easygoing, and you know what? You should be too. Everything trial and error. All right, there's our yogurts. Let's use our long skinny knife. These are dishwasher safe. They do have some spots though. That's what you see. The spotting there is from the dishwasher. And then let's cut up this fruit. Disperse it amongst them. Whenever you're holding a knife too, you want to make sure you're not putting your finger on it because it makes it very wobbly. And you want to pinch it. That makes it tight. It makes the knife go where you want it to go. It's also important to never wave a knife around. Make sure you always have it in your hand or you set it down. Sometimes you can either set it so the blade's away from you. You don't want to accidentally be cutting yourself. All right, mangoes in. Let's do strawberries next. All right, and then the last couple of blueberries here. There you go. Now, I do have some granola. Let's top these with granola. There is a snack for the kids when they get back home. If you're interested in any of the stuff I use, like the cutting board and these lids, I will have these linked below. Now I'm putting these gorgeous parfaits in the cooler for when the kids get home, they can gobble them up. I just realized I said cooler instead of fridge. If I do stuff like that, it's just because I'm an ex-line cook, so I refer to stuff as kitchen stuff, like I'm going to pull thaw something, I'm going to put something in the cooler, I'm using Chef Mike, which is the microwave, so I just realized I did that. So something you'll get used to. So that's good for now. I'm going to cook up that chicken for tacos. Since I was talking about that, I have some shredded lettuce. Hopefully it's still good. I need to use up. And I have some of these tortillas I got for clearance at Walmart for 50 cents. And all you have to do is cook them, and they are absolutely delicious. So I'm going to cook up some of these as well. And then we will cut up our tomatoes as well as our kohlrabi. So don't you go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, let's cut some of these tomatoes. Oh, look how smooth. You can always tell the sharpness of a knife based on how it cuts a tomato. You know, sometimes you start cutting and it just squishes. So we're gonna go ahead and make the tacos with the chicken. Tortillas, here's some tomatoes to put in it. Tomatoes. I might as well go ahead and cut another one while I'm here. And then I'll leave one for my daughter to eat as a snack. Let's cut this kohlrabi. Use my other knife, because why not? That's what we're here to do. Review this knife set.
If you're wondering what kohlrabi tastes like, it's kind of like peppery, like the inside of a broccoli stem. And you want to treat it like you would a potato. So you can boil it, mash it, steam it, roast it, fry it like fries. Or you could also have it raw and kind of keep it like a slaw, a coleslaw. But you do want to peel the outer edges.
It's kind of a shame that it grows purple just for you to cut it and it be green on the inside. See, that's what I mean about being able to pinch the knife, is that you're really able to control where the knife goes. So you don't have to worry about nicking any fingers.
All I'm going to do this round for the kohlrabi is to get it diced up. I'm going to plan on sauteing it in like some bacon grease later on for another meal, but I wanted to get it prepped up to show you guys what it looks like. And that's another tip that I have, is to have everything prepped up already in the fridge. So even though I'm not going to cook this for tonight for dinner, I'm going to have it prepped ready to go. So that way, whenever I'm ready to cook it, I don't have to get the cutting board out and dirty it, everything all up again. It's already ready to go while I'm in the middle of prepping everything else.
All right, and then I know we promised to do this watermelon. I'm gonna go through all mine here. I used a fish. I haven't used this one yet because I don't cut very much fish. Oh, that's a heavy one. Hello? Yep, that's a watermelon. Oh, you see? This right here is bad. Let's just cut this. I'm gonna go until I don't feel bruised anymore. I might just use half this watermelon. There we go. You can see that soft spot there. It's not too bad, but I'm just gonna go give this to the chickens. They'll really like it. Keep cutting, and we're going to keep cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. Yeah, it's summertime and we don't regret. We cutting the watermelon because it's a threat. I don't know.
Whenever I'm cutting a watermelon, I like to cut the end off so that it has a flat surface and just handle it half at a time. I like to go sideways down the watermelon to remove the rind. Now, a lot of people have asked if I've done watermelon pickles with the rind, and I have not. So if that's something that you have tried before and they were good, please let me know, because that's something that I do want to try in the future. Now that the rind is off of it, I'm going to go ahead and slice it into different strips. Some people like to slice it in half and then work in smaller sections. If that's easier for you, that's totally fine. What I do is kind of just trim a little bit at a time and get it the thickness that I would want. I usually cut pretty big pieces because the kids just eat it with a fork. You could also cut it where you leave the rind on it and use that as a handle, but I just like to cut it this way.
That's good. Now, if you're going to be using your knife as a scraper, make sure you flip it over so the blade is on top. So that way when you're scraping, it doesn't scrape the blade and make it dull. One way to kind of make sure that your blade stays sharper for longer. That's a lot of watermelon. And that was just half of it.
All right, the kids got home. It's time to start dinner. So let's go ahead and cook these tortillas first. It really takes about 30 seconds per side, maybe a minute, and then they're done. They get nice and poofy just like tortillas do. That's a good thing about having tortillas that you make yourself or that you cook yourself, is that you can cook them longer if you want, or not as long. Like some people really like the giant burnt bubbles and some don't. So I highly suggest this brand if you're interested in having some fresh tortillas. They are really delicious and totally a game changer versus store-bought tortillas. After I cooked a round of tortillas, I'm going to go ahead and cook the chicken meat on here as well. Now, like I said, the chicken is very lean, so I'm going to add some ground bacon. This is pepper bacon, where I got it at the food bank. It was a bunch of ends, so I put it through the grinder, and I like to add it to all the meat to kind of incorporate it in there and add extra flavor. So then we're just going to plop our ground chicken right on top of it. And then how I kind of mix stuff is I like to fold it on top and then cut down into it. And that kind of helps push things into it. And then we're going to add some seasoning. I don't have taco seasoning, so I'm just going to add some cumin, and then I added some garlic powder. And then after I mixed that up for a bit, I couldn't find my chili powder, but I added some smoked paprika because that adds some color to the meat and some good flavor. And then, of course, some salt. I did not add pepper because I have peppered bacon in this. I just cooked that till it was white and all done. And then I went ahead and unplugged my grill. And then to assemble this taco, I'm going to put American cheese, then scoop some of the taco meat, our diced tomatoes, and some sour cream. All right, let's give her a try.
All right, guys, let's give this taco a try. A little untraditional because I have American cheese, ground chicken, tomatoes, and a glob of sour cream. I think it looks pretty good though. Let's give it a try. I love the fresh tomato on there. You know, my mama always said it's not a good taco unless the grease is dripping down your arm. So this one qualifies. Oh, this is good. So, here's to you, mama. Oh. All right, guys, I'm going to get assembly line going. We're going to get tacos made. We're going to get this family fed. Thank you for coming along and checking out what I got at my local food bank this week. And checking out this fantastic knife set. I will have all the information listed down below so you can get this yourself. This is a fantastic company. I love everything about them. So if you or someone you know is looking for a new set of knives, I really hope you give Amaku a try. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time on Mama Birds.